Here we presents the top 5 best Sony cameras. Starting at number 5, Sony RX10. The Sony CyberShot DSC RX10 is not the type of camera that would typically excite this reviewer. The full-frame mirrorless Alpha 7 and 7R, which were announced on the same day, held more interest for me. They took some of the spotlight away from this fixed-lens camera with a comparatively modest 1-inch sensor, but the RX10 may have been the hidden star. It uses the same 20-megapixel image sensor as the excellent RX100 II, our favorite premium compact camera, and its 24-200mm lens maintains an f2.8 aperture throughout its zoom range. Image quality is phenomenal throughout its very useful zoom range, and the focus system is impressively quick. It doesn't quite have the telephoto reach as previous Editor's Choice Award winners in this category, including the Olympus Stylus One and the Panasonic Lumix DMC FC200, but the RX10's versatility impresses us enough to earn it a perfect score, and our Editor's Choice Award for bridge-style long zoom cameras. The RX10 looks like a scaled-down DSLR, but don't try and remove its lens, it's permanently fixed to the camera. Even though the RX10 is a bit bulky at 3.5x5, 1x4, 1 inches and heavy at 1.8 pounds, it's not that far off in size from the FC200, which features a more standard 3-inch image sensor and a 25-600mm f2.8 lens. Sony sacrificed some telephoto reach in favor of a larger, higher-resolution image sensor. You can make up for some lost reach by cropping the 20-megapixel image. If you shoot JPG, Sony's clear image zoom is available to extend the reach of the lens to 400mm via in-camera cropping. The Sony CyberShot DSC RX10 is a bridge-style camera that gets just about everything right, and its steep asking price reflects its impeccable quality. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. At number 4, Sony RX0 II. The Sony RX0 II is one of the strangest cameras that, on the surface, looks completely conventional. This isn't really the case. While it can perform as an action camera, the Sony RX0 II has the type of 1-inch sensor found in the brilliant Sony RX100 compacts. As such, it should blow GoPros out of the water. In practice, if you're after a better GoPro Hero 7 Black, then this isn't it. The Sony RX0 II does have a superb little feature, one new for the second generation. Its screen flips out on a metal hinge. This isn't a fully articulated display, but the tilt does let you shoot above and below your eyeline far more easily. Best of all, you can flip it by 180 degrees to let you see your face as you shoot. It's a vlog compassing dream, not least because you can see the rough position of your face in the image in your peripheral vision. This isn't quite as elegant a solution as the DJI Osmo Action's front screen, but it does let you do something you can't do with a GoPro, namely, vlog to camera, while framing yourself in the shot. There are some other advanced level hardware features. The Sony RX0 II is water resistant to 10 meters, built to withstand 2-meter drops, and can handle a crushing force of 200 kilograms. In short, its corrugated metal housing is tough. The RX0 II is unusual and impressive in some ways, but is unlikely to offer a compelling package for most. Halfway of my listed number 3, Sony A6500. The Sony Alpha 6500 packs the same stellar 24MP APS-C image sensor, hybrid focus system, and 11.1 fps capture rate as the Alpha 6300, and adds in-body image stabilization and a touchscreen to the mix. It's an excellent performer, but one that lacks some of the features you'd expect in a pro-grade camera, including dual card slots and the ability to add a vertical shooting grip. But in every other way, it's a solid mirrorless model, and a strong option for shooting fast-moving action and sports. It's not our favorite in this category, that nod goes to our Editor's Choice Fujifilm X-T2, but it's a strong runner-up. Like the Alpha 6300, the 6500 is protected against dust and moisture, but the sealing is only completed when mounting a full-frame fail lens. This requires you to use lenses that are generally larger, heavier, and more expensive than standard APS-C lenses in order to confidently use the system in inclement conditions. We had an issue with our review sample. After getting it a bit wet for a video shoot, the rear LCD stopped working. A Sony technician diagnosed the issue as a short circuit caused by water seeping into the LCD. He stated that the touchscreen LCD used on Alpha 6500 isn't as perfectly sealed as other displays without touch support. I ran some water over a second review sample, and it continued to work without issue, but be aware that the Alpha 6500 ceiling may not be as robust as competing models like the EM1 Mark II and XT2. The mirrorless Sony Alpha 6500 delivers excellent image quality and superb autofocus, but lacks some of the pro features of competing cameras in this price range. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. Coming in at number 2. Sony HX80. Blending an advanced, low-light optimized image sensor with a long-reaching zoom, the CyberShot DSC HX80 digital camera from Sony is also characterized by its svelte form factor and intuitive handling design. At the heart is an 18.2 MP/2, 3x more RCMOS sensor, which features a back-illuminated design, along with a Bions X image processor, to avail smooth image quality, reduced noise, and an expandable sensitivity range up to ISO 12800. The sensor and processor combination also avail fast performance throughout the camera system, including a 10 fps continuous shooting rate, and the ability to record full HD 1080p video at 60 fps, in the XAVCS format. Balancing the imaging capabilities is an apt physical design, which incorporates both a pop-up OLED True Finder electronic viewfinder and 180 degrees tilting 3.0921K LCD monitor into its design, along with built-in Wi-Fi with NFC for wireless image sharing, and remote camera control via linked smartphone or tablet. Using an 18.2 MP/2, 3x more RCMOS sensor and Bions X image processor, the HX80 is able to produce high-resolution stills and full HD video, with notable clarity and smooth tonality. The sensor employs a back-illuminated design, too, allowing it to achieve reduced noise levels, along with a native sensitivity range to ISO 3200, which can be extended to ISO 12800 for working in low-light conditions. The sensor and processor also provide a continuous shooting rate of 10 fps, for up to 10 consecutive frames in a burst. Additionally, full HD 1080 video recording is supported in 60p, 60i, or 24p frame rates, with the ability to use the high-quality 50 megabits per second XAVCS format or familiar high-definition AVC HD format. When using either of these formats, a secondary internet-friendly MP4 version can be simultaneously recorded for easy online sharing. And number 1. Sony A7 III. The A7 line is the basic all-round option. The A7 series is a lower resolution, higher speed action and video specialist. The A7R, meanwhile, is the flagship, high-resolution model for photographers who want the ultimate in quality, and the latest version is the mighty Sony A7R IV. You might consider the regular A7 III the basic model in the range, but this camera is a long way from that. The A7 III might be the affordable entry point into Sony's A7 full-frame mirrorless range, but the technology and features in Sony's new camera practically put it in a league of its own. At the time of its launch, the A7 III was unmatched by any rivals. Things have moved on since then, with the arrival of the Nikon Z6, Panasonic Lumix S1 and Lumix S5, so the Sony A7 III is up against cameras just as good or better, but still has a lot at its favor. The new Canon EOS R6 is another strong rival, of course, but this camera has a higher price tag and a lower resolution 20 megapixel sensor. Sony really stirred up the professional full-frame camera market with its A-series mirrorless cameras, luring many pros away from Canon and Nikon DSLRs into the brave new world of mirrorless imaging. For an asking price of around £2,000 $2,000 or less, the A7 III is probably Sony's most compelling DSLR alternative, and not just for professionals, but keen enthusiasts too. It's also an entry point into Sony's now formidable E-mount mirrorless camera system. I have included these product link in the description. You can check out this link for more information and latest price. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button, share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe.